Hey, good evening to you. I am in the Badlands National Park, and I want to talk about what really happened at the Trump rally, at the Trump shooting. People are kind of throwing a lot of speculation out there. People are saying a lot of different things about it. Here's what actually happened. There was a sniper who was elevated with an AR-style rifle, and he took shots at President Trump and hit his ear. And because he was elevated, shots are dropping into the crowd, which injured 2 and killed 1. And then Secret Service took him out. Now, I want to quit dealing with this speculation crud that people are saying, well, I don't want to speculate like the motive. Of course you know the motive. The motive was to take him out so he doesn't run for president. That's what the motive was. Like, let's stop dancing around the facts. Let's just stick with what is real. And what is real is that somebody tried to take him out so he wouldn't run for the presidency. It is definitely political violence. It's a political assassination attempt. And let's just call it what it is and quit saying, well, let's just get to the facts and find out why. And we already know why. We already know why. The fact of the matter is a man who wanted to take President Trump out specifically so he could not run for the presidency of the United States. Let's just not dance around it. He didn't do it because he didn't like his television show, The Apprentice, he did it for one reason. And the big problem that I have with this is really that it's the division of this country that caused it. There's this general idea that whoever wins is going to destroy the other side. And it is because of this, I wholeheartedly believe that this thing took place. That a man believed in his heart that it is better to kill him and die doing it than it is to let him ever be the president again. And we have this on both sides, by the way. People that kind of have this concept that whoever wins is going to destroy the other side. And this is not a good place to be for America. I think this is just an example of the extremism that comes from the division of this country. It's extreme, it's radical, and it's violent. This isn't the first political violence we've seen, and I predict it's not going to be the last. This is something that Americans need to kind of wake up. And I want to tell you something. God anoints the leaders of this world. It's not my thoughts. It's the Word of God. It literally says it all over the Word of God, that it is God who anoints the kings. It is God who anoints the leaders. And the president's going to be in God's control. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Not this guy. I mean, he nicked his ear. You know, I mean, how close is that? And by the way, there's some prophetic things in that. I'm going to kind of wrap my head around this and speak to this later, but there's definitely some prophetic things going on as well. But the division of this country is radical. And this is an example of it. It's not the last example we'll probably see either, and it's definitely not the first. And it's there because we are feeding this thing through the media. Media, you're the ones responsible for this. Media, stop causing division. Stop it. I know it sells, and that's why you won't stop. Because it sells. People love to be scared. They tune in when they're scared, so you're trying to scare them. This guy wins, half the country's going down. That guy wins, the other half's going down. And that half is sitting there going, oh, we can't let this happen. And now we see a result of the extremism of it. That wholeheartedly is the problem with all of this. It is extreme. It is division. and now it is violent. And, just know, stop with the people saying, oh, well, I don't want to speculate why. We know why. We know why. But beyond that, you got a guy with an AR-style rifle and a scope in an elevated position, not even within the rally, in an elevated position far away, taking shots at the president, blowing a hole through his ear, killing people in the crowd, and then being killed by Secret Service. The good thing is that everybody got down, but then it was relatively calm. People, of course, started leaving, but there was no stampeding, or people turned on the media all of a sudden and started yelling and throwing things at the media, but then that kind of dismissed really quickly. There was some blame in the media, but hey, me too. I think the media is to blame as well. But violence isn't going to help in that situation either. It's just going to raise ratings for them and make more money. That's all it's going to do. So there you go, man. The man's alive. I'm sure his ear hurts. Sad about the crowd, those people there. So there you go. This is the real deal. This is what really happened. A man tried to kill him, President Trump, because he didn't want him to be the president again. Blew the top of his ear off, killed a couple people, killed one person in the crowd, injured a couple. Secret Service took him out. It's not that complicated. Let's just call it what it is.